All right. So we're here with Dane Damron, head coach of UVA-Wise football, coming off of their season opening win, 48-0. First shutout in 2 years for you guys, Dane. And I think we might as well just start there with the defense. Obviously, coming in from last season, the passing defense was the marquee, top 20 in the country and everything. And it still looked to be about the same, other than 40 yards given up passing on the first drive. You guys held Union to 94 all game. But I think what was interesting to me watching the game was it was very clear Union's game plan was to try to run the ball and establish the run and open the passing game from there. Didn't work out. They only had 71 rushing yards total in the game. How do you feel that maybe this rush defense might also be bolstered from last season to go along with that good pass defense that you guys have?
Well, I mean, we return a lot of players that have played a lot of football. We're still young, but we've got a lot of game experience. We're still not real long in the tooth age wise, but we've got a lot of game experience, and so I thought Coach White and his staff had a great game plan. I knew that would be the case. They do a great job. Teams are generally going to try to attack us through the air because we get up and play press and do that. And sometimes the box, may look like it's not as loaded as it is, but the way we can fit people in, we can rally a lot of hats to the football.
Mm-hmm. And on the offensive side, 48 points. The conversation leading up to the opener was it going to be Dent? Was it going to be Corcoran? You had told us that it was going to be a little bit of both, and it was. I think it was about 2 series each, and then they would switch. Dent finishes with 107 yards, 2 touchdowns, 10 for 15. Corcoran, 9 for 12, 58 yards. Overall, a good combined performance. I'm wondering what your assessment was of each of them, and if you think you're still going to split moving forward, or if one guy is kind of the favorite right now.
Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna keep giving them both the opportunity to be the guy. We got to get through this game. We're excited about this game. We understand the following week is our conference game. It's got to be answered by them. I thought Juwan delivered the ball very well. His stats were a little bit better. He had a chance to hit a couple more throws downfield. I thought both of them missed some easy reads that we worked on during the week, and we didn't connect on those throws. I think if we did that, the stats would have been a whole lot better. I thought Juwan should have had another touchdown passing on the long throw to Daniel, but it got called back. But I thought they both operated well. We're asking our quarterbacks just deliver the ball where it needs to be delivered. I don't care if we ever throw for 500 yards. That's not what it's about. It's about delivering the ball where it needs to go, and getting it taken care of that way. I think if you do that, the numbers and stats will take care of itself. It's all about winning and getting that taken care of.
It seemed like those guys had maybe a little bit of an easier time throwing the ball because of who you had at running back. Javon Gillespie back from injury. First time we got to see him, 101 yards for him. We didn't see any touchdowns, but he really ran the ball well. Did it feel kind of freeing as the play caller to have a running back that you could rely on to open up the playbook?
Oh, absolutely. We're a run the ball first team, and I think that Javon is one of the top running backs in this league. I think this league that we're in is blessed with a lot of really good running backs. And I think he's definitely one of them. He's got to get a little bit better conditioning. We've probably held him out a little bit too much during camp of some live work, just because we want to try to get him through the season, which has been tough the last couple of years. But I thought Shameen Pinnell went in and did some good things running the football. He had the long touchdown run. Xavier Lomax on a couple of runs that he had a couple of good runs, and Tyreek Hall came in and had a good drive. So we feel like we're pretty deep there. Looking forward to hopefully getting DeQuandre Taylor back healthy. Don't know if that'll be this week, but as we go along, I think he will be a big part of what we're trying to do too. So it's much easier to play quarterback when you've got people you can hand it off to. And I thought our receivers did a pretty good job. Obviously, we're going to try to get the ball to number 11 as much as we can. I think Dory's a very talented young man. So it was a good offensive game as far as, we established what we wanted to establish. The bad thing is I feel like we left points out there. We're not an offense right now that's capable of picking up. We don't need to be behind the chains. And we put ourselves behind the chains with just undisciplined, stupid penalties that kept us from converting driving. We have the 4th and 1 that we convert, but we get an unnecessary holding penalty on that. And we had receivers jump off sides 4 or 5 times. which is, that's absolutely a no-no. That's just being undisciplined. So we got to get those stuff cleaned up. It was good to be able to get that done in a game where we won. I would rather learn from a win than learn from a loss. There's no question about that. But it was a good first week. Now it's on to week 2.
Yep. Kellen Dalton, your kicker, 2 for 2 on field goals, 6 for 6 on extra points. He was perfect, wins sack special teams player of the week. Is that something we can expect from him moving forward, to be pretty consistent like that? He seemed like he had no trouble at all on any of his kicks last week.
Oh, I think Kellen is as fine a field goal kicker as we're going to see in this league. Needs to work on his kickoffs. I thought his kickoffs in the first half weren't very good. His second half was, but we want him to get points for us, because we're going to settle for some field goals down there, because I think that we've got a good kicker that can get that taken care of. So he did exactly what I expect him to do. I tell him all the time, if we get to the 25-yard line, it ends up being a 42-yard field goal, we got to feel like we got points.
Gotcha. So Thomas More on the docket next for Saturday, September 9th. Tell the fans what they might need to know. What's the scouting report against Thomas More? UVA wise wins if blank.
Well, we got to score more points than them. But no, we got to continue to protect the football. That was the great thing about week 1, is we didn't turn it over, and we turned them over 4 times. That is huge. Thomas More is a team that has gotten a lot of experience, and they're too deep defensively. They don't have a sophomore in, they're too deep. They're all, they're 5th year, 4th year, 3rd year guys. And so they've played a whole lot of football together from the time that they've been there. So that's something that we got to be real aware of, because, generally a 22 and a 23-year-old is a little bit better than a 19 and a 20-year-old. And we're playing a lot of 19 and 20-year-olds. I like our talent, but they're talented with some experience, So they played well last week up in Davenport. Offensively, they're a spread team. They got a quarterback that can move around a little bit. So we got to contain that guy, get after him, and hold on to the football.
That's head coach Dane Damron of UVA Wise. The Cavaliers take on Thomas More University up in Crestview Hills, Kentucky, Saturday, September 9th. Kickoff is at noon. Dane, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.